everyone, I Emily of 9th standard is here going to explain you about matter in our surrounding. So before starting this lesson, let us know what is matter. Matter is anything which has mass and occupies space, or in other words we can say that matter has both mass and volume. So the early Indian philosophers had classified the matter into 5 basic elements. Those are earth, sky, air, water and fire. So let us go further. Now we are going to study about physical nature of matter. First comes the matter is made up of small particles. So for proving this statement, let's do the following experiment. For that we need a beaker. Take some amount of water in it, add some salt in it. After adding some salt, just stir it. After stirring it, the salt particles will get into the water particles. So this proves that the matter is made up of small particles. By this experiment, we can conclude that the water's volume did not change, which means this matter also has some intermolecular space between it. So next the question arises that how small are these particles of matter? So let us prove it by doing this activity. For this we need a beaker with a little amount of water in it. Add some potassium permanganate in it. Add few crystals of potassium permanganate. Stir it. After stirring, add some amount of water into test tube. Now add this water again into a test tube. Continue this same process about 5 to 8 times. By this experiment, we can observe that a tiny crystal of potassium permanganate can also color the huge amount of water, about 1000 liters of water. So we can conclude that a tiny crystal of potassium permanganate also has many particles in it. Now let us study about characteristics of particles of matter. So first comes particles of matter have space between them. As we have learned that from previous experiments that particles of matter have space between them. Next comes particles of matter are continuously moving. Again, by the previous experiment of potassium permanganate, we can understand that particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter attract each other. For example, solids. Solids are stiff because of the attraction between the particles. Now comes the states of matter. There are 5 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. These plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate we will learn them in higher grades. So let us learn solids, liquids and gaseous forms. First comes the solids. Solids are those which have fixed shape and volume. The characteristics of solids are they have fixed shape, they have fixed volume, they do not flow, they have high density, solids have negligible compressibility, which means they cannot be compressed. We can compress, but it is so negligible. Next comes the rigid. Solids are so rigid. Next comes the liquids. Liquids are those which have definite volume but indefinite shape. The characteristics of these are they have no definite shape, they have definite volume, they can flow and therefore they are called as fluids. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept and they have lower density than the solids. Next comes the gases. Gases are those which have no definite shape and also no definite volume. So properties of these are gases have no definite shape, these have no definite volume, they can also flow, so they are called as fluids. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept and they have very low density. They have very high compressibility. So that was it for today's video. Thank you and have a nice day.